What's up, you guys? It is Friday. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Excited to be here. Let's see. I am going to make sure that our little reminders kicked off here. It's I'm super excited for today. I'm gonna be sharing this out real quick. I'm a little bit behind. Anyone else have like those days where they're just kind of super behind on all the things? Fall break. Any parents having a fall break today? Let's see here. So it looks like this was sent out. Okay. All right. Hey. All right. What's up, Chelsea? You guys, let me know you're here in the comments. Michelle, hello, hello. You guys, super excited. I'm just gonna ping this. Hey, drop a comment. I'm gonna be raffling off a couple of freebies. Where'd they go? Well, that sucks because I actually kind of need that. I'm going to go over that. So let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments. Super excited to be here, you guys. Whoop, whoop. Got some good stuff for you guys. Excited. We got Dallas in the house. Hey, I'm in Dallas too. What part of Dallas are you in? I'm in McKinney. Where are you at? Where are you at? Let's see. Why can't I share this? Oh my gosh, you guys. Whew, Brooklyn. Okay. Brooklyn in the house. Montana is here. Super excited. Let us know where you guys tuning in from. I'm just sharing this out to some chats, you guys. And then we're going to kick off. You're from the Bronx. You were from the Bronx? Awesome. You guys should connect. Where'd this book go? All right, we're going to go to the closet and get it because I don't know what I did with it. But all right, super excited you guys are here. Hey, I would love to know. Let me know in the chat. Where are you struggling in your business right now? Where are you struggling? Where are you struggling to grow in your network marketing business? Phoenix, we got Phoenix in the house. I love it. I just came back. Well, I was actually supposed to be in Phoenix right now. I was supposed to be there. I canceled the trip last minute. Yesterday, I canceled my flight the morning of. Welcome to my life. And hey, Linda. What's up, you guys? Let us know. Fort Worth. Whoop, whoop. Hey, you guys, by the way, there is a link down below. If you click that, I can see who's talking. Sometimes you have to click like accept the rights to StreamYard. We're live in a couple places. And so I want to know where you are at. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And we're going to kick off with some of the biggest secrets that I feel like so many people don't talk about. And also just like the core truth, like some of the stuff you may have heard before, but we're going to dive into what it means to build successful relationships. And I'm going to enter you guys into, at the end, we're going to do a raffle. And then I have, you guys, some gifts. And I'm going to read out of our new book, Unstoppable Recruiting, which I was a co-author in. I'm going to read you guys some of my chapter and really go over my framework to recruiting. And, here's the most important thing to remember is recruiting isn't something we do to someone. It's something we do for someone, right? And so that's super important. Getting more clients. Ooh, okay, great. This is really going to be great for you. Because with your building your life insurance business, like for sure. And yeah, by the way, maybe you're not a network marketer and you're like, people ask me all the time, like, can I use your social media trainings for my business, non-network marketing? I'm like, yes. Like, as a matter of fact, like, it is crazy how many people should be, even if they're not in network marketing, using this kind of social media strategy that network marketers are thriving on in like the social selling space. So Facebook, okay, let's hear it. What are you guys struggling with? We're going to dive in. Super excited. And at the end, we have an amazing announcement, which I'm really stoked about. And we have a raffle we're going to be doing. So you guys, one of the biggest things to remember in recruiting, aside from what I just said, is that it starts with the relationship. It starts with the relationship. And when we forget that, our business dwindles. And you guys will hear me talk about, by the way, if this is your first time maybe jumping on a live, by the way, too, my name's Megan Miles, obviously. I'm network marketing professional, 7-figure leader. And one of the things that, have propelled me in this industry was really staying by the campfire, of course, but getting on trainings like this, always investing in myself. So network marketing professional, co-founder of the Moneymakers team, and digital marketer and social seller and network marketing pro. So today we're going to jump into the recruiting, the relationships. And relationships are like the foundation of everything, literally the cornerstone of not just our business, but our life. Like in Luke 38 through 38:10, in Luke 38 through 42, it talks about the story of how Mary is at the table, truly, like with Jesus, right? And Martha is in the kitchen doing the to-dos, right? And the tasks. And how many of us, especially if for the moms that are here, how many of us feel like we're constantly in the to-do, in the rush, trying to make sure to like do this part for our business? Whew, it's getting hot already. Bringing the heat to you guys today, doing all these things. And we forget the core root of what we're doing is to build up relationships in our life, right? The fruit of life is relationships. And so we get so taken back by, especially in our business, all the to-dos and all the tasks and all the running lists. Like, do you feel this? Do you guys feel this way? I don't know. Is it just me? And so when we put our focus on the relationship, magic will happen. And so I want to read to you guys a couple of really a little bit about this. We'll read a little bit and break it down. And for those of you who have never heard my story, I don't think I've publicly announced it on Facebook. So I'm going to get a little bit personal here. But when I was building my network marketing business back in 2013, I was so committed that I quit my job. I was a store manager for Starbucks. Don't recommend you do that. That's actually one of the biggest mistakes I made in my business, which we're going to talk about at the end. And I literally was like homeless, but not in the kind of way of like, I'm homeless, I can't afford to pay my bills. Like I chose to like sleep in my car a lot of times. I was like 21, you guys. It was 21, 22, like, it was fine. But I chose to do that because I was trying to keep my expenses low so I could have more time and not have to work so that I could build my business. I built a crazy story, right? I just kept telling myself one day. And it's like now when I have problems, I think back to like, I've got good problems now, right? Like my problem tonight is like, oh geez, I've got to like, just bigger problems, right? Not so much of like, where am I sleeping tonight? Or how am I going to afford my lunch today? So that's kind of where I was at in this season of my life. So it was summer of 2014, and I was sitting at the AM/PM gas station off of Scottsdale Road in Scottsdale. Whoop, whoop. Anyone in Arizona? I know we got some Phoenix in the house. And it was a scorching 110 degrees. And I remember just squinting my eyes away from like that bright Phoenician sun as I searched under the seats of my little Volkswagen Jetta in a frenzy. The sun was about to set behind Camelback Mountain, and I was scraping for coins in my car. I was desperately trying to find enough money to buy a cup of coffee, literally, so that I could start to make my phone calls for the day, because I was taught to take a script, build a list of 200 or 1,000, and just start to hammer and say, hey, I know this is out of the blue. We haven't talked for a few years since high school. Did anyone else buy into that scam, right? And hey, look, if that's what you're doing right now and it's working, kudos to you. But let me say, I burnt a lot of relationships doing it, and I spent a lot of wasted time when I should have really just done a couple things differently. And my day job had just ended, and it was time to start working my business in the evening hours. And I logged into my banking app. I remember this. I still have a picture of that, actually, just with the hope of a banking miracle. Like I was like, maybe someone accidentally transferred $1 million to my bank account today. And I just murmured under my breath, shoot. I checked my bank account, still only 13 cents. 13 cents, you guys. How many of you would keep making phone calls with 13 cents in your bank account? That's how hungry I was. I just donated the last of my weekly savings to a missions trip in Guatemala, and I could not afford to attend, but I had a lot of friends going, and I wanted to be a part of the mission. However, I still yearn to be a part of that trip. And if it meant donating a small portion, I asked myself, remember, how did I get here? Just less than 5 years ago, my family was wealthy. We had an empire in which we did over 60 million in one of the best years in the 80s. That's the Lee press-on empire. For those of you who don't know, my dad invented the Lee press-on nails. He had been featured in Not So 80s on VH1 for his inventions. You know, those Lee press-on nails that Kathleen pulled off when she was stuck in the attic with Will Smith during that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Yeah, those. And so that's right. How did a girl like me find myself scraping my car for pennies and dimes? Well, due to unpredictable circumstances, we actually lost it all. I mean, everything. My childhood estate where I grew up, our beach house, the 300-acre ranch that I spent every summer at, and so much more. It was a very, very disappointing event. However, I found it to be one of the most humbling experiences in my life. And looking back, I'm so grateful for the chance that I got to rebuild my character and my finances. So that's when I started my venture after college to rebuild my life. And that's when I found myself joining the network marketing industry. Some of you have a story maybe similar to that, whatever it might be, but your story is your power. Don't forget that. And so facts tell, stories sell. And so when you're recruiting, right, we're going to keep tying this in. When you're recruiting, you have to be able to paint a picture for someone. Okay. And let them know, like, where are they and where do they want to go? And where were you and where are you now? I had moved to Texas for a new life and was managing a Starbucks in Allen, Texas, when a complete stranger connected with me and shared his business opportunity. He had told me he had recognized my friendly and positive attitude and wanted to share some ideas he was working on. Anyone remember that quote, that line? So I decided to jump all in. Honestly, I just thought that he was kind of cute. And I started my new venture. I became so infatuated with the dream of becoming a full-time entrepreneur. A few months in, I actually woke up on a Monday morning and my alarm went off. It was 3:52 a.m. I remember the morning so well. It was pitch dark. I turned over my air mattress on the floor and the alarm kept buzzing. I counted down 3, 2, 1, and I threw my alarm clock against the wall and I shut my phone off. I will never forget that day. It was the feeling. It was the day I had the awakening of no more will I go in and work on someone else's dream. And it was in that moment that I decided that I made a decision that would shape my entire destiny. Starbucks would never see me behind that counter again. No more 80-hour work weeks, no more being at the beck and mercy of a boss. At that moment, I decided I did not care what it took. I was willing to do whatever I had to do to make this opportunity for me. I haven't read this in a long time, and it just makes me think of, wow, I might think, oh, I'm not where I want to be right now. I might not be as far as, I might not be a multimillionaire, but look at where I was and look at where I am today in a home that I got to buy with almost 30% into from an opportunity, with a car that I don't have a car payment, with, you know, all the things that an opportunity has given me because I went through a season like this. I don't know what season you're going through right now, but I can promise you, if you stay consistent and disciplined and keep learning, you will get to the destination. And when you get there, there will always be another destination. So fall in love with the process. So fast forward a few years, you guys, I had moved back to Arizona where the most of my network lived. Now I was serving tables part-time to pay my bills. I decided, maybe I should get a place to live. I'm just kidding. Truthfully, no, actually, this is actually before I actually did that. While working on my network marketing business on the side, my hope was that it would hopefully become my career one day. Wow, super humbling to read that right now. How grateful I am for the career that I have, even though I always do think, I wish I were further. I wish we did more. I wish, it's like, wow, that actually came true. And so I kept failing over and over, but I was coachable. They told me go and show the business opportunity to 10 people a day. I did just that. You guys, this was so funny. I was telling the story the other day. I had this coffee shop that I would always go to, and I made a deal with the owner. I was like, look, I'm not really going to buy coffee. Maybe I will sometimes, but I'm going to bring a lot of people in here, and they'll get coffee. Okay. And I had to stay 3 stations, and I would book appointments on every 20 minutes. So like 10, 10, 20, 10, 40, 11 a.m. The 10 o'clock would get there. I'd get there. I would do my like why, talk to them, build a little bit of rapport. Then I would press play at 10:20, and then I would go set up the next person. Then I would like set someone up on a 3-way call. So at every 20 minutes, it was like someone was watching a video, someone was on a 3-way call, and then I was over here opening up with someone else. I kid you not. I did this for months and months. I was so coachable. They told me to meet new people in the gym. I did it. I was failing at my business though. I could not even buy a cup of coffee at this stupid AM PM gas station to get me through the rest of the evening to work on my business. And my paycheck, remember, when I was scraping for these coins, it didn't hit until that midnight. And most of it would go towards bills. And I would literally be left with $3 a day for spending on such things as coffee, a cup of coffee or a pack of gum. And so why do I share this with you guys? Because these are the humble beginnings that sometimes we have to go through to get to our promised land. So again, I don't know, you may not be scraping for pennies right now for a cup of coffee, but you may be going through some sort of struggle, right? Are you keeping your focus on the vision? Those without vision will perish, right? Success does not come to you, you go to it. I have clung to this quote since I saw it I think it was in high school on a billboard. I saw it somewhere because I just envisioned like, it's not going to come to you. You have to be willing to put in the work and go to it. Nothing comes easy. And especially with a day filled or a world filled with so many advertising, and we guarantee we're going to do this and this and this. It's like, so many things of automation and all the things, which I'm a full believer of, right? You still have to do work. There's no running around it. There's no easy way. Okay. By the way, you guys, thank you for being here. If you're just popping on, drop a comment. Let us know where you're coming from. We're going to raffle off some books, some recruiting books. Also invite a team member, share this in the team chat. What's up, Melissa? We got Mel on here. We got Chelsea. We got so many great faces. I love it. Thanks for being here. And so I'm going to keep going. So that's what's kept racing. I remember that phrase that kept going in my mind as I was frantically searching for these coins to buy a cup of coffee. Addict, can you say? Like, I don't have any addictions but coffee. Coffee is my addiction. And what's up, Danielle? What's up, Amber? And I could see it clearly in my mind on the wall of my college classrooms. The quote had stuck with me ever since. I was reminded that I could have permanent freedom if I could work this process and just endure this pain for a temporary season. I was fearful and insecure, but I just kept hanging on to the 1 ounce of faith I had left. I would find a few pennies. I would find a few pennies. I remember this. And I would almost give up. And then I was like, oh, I won't find enough money for this cup of coffee. And then suddenly I would find a dime or a nickel. You guys, God is so good. God is so good. As I'm here sharing this with you guys, I remember picking up this quarter. I remember this story so vividly because when I say I literally had 13 cents in my bank account, but I had so much faith that network marketing would work for me one day. I had so much faith. I literally found a quarter, had almost given up. And I said, oh my gosh, one day I'm going to tell this story to the masses. One day I'm going to tell the story about you just have to keep digging, right? You're 3 feet from gold. In the book, Think and Grow Rich, talking about some of us give up when we're just 3 feet from gold. Imagine had I given up that summer. Imagine, right? I would have been stuck back at Starbucks. Oh, the things that are going on with my life right now, the fact that I'm reading this is just so crazy because God brings us the messages right when we need them, right? So anyways, I continue to have the faith and I found that quarter. I lost my little spot a second. I think I lost my spot, but we're going to get into the recruiting part of this in a second. But the larger coins gave me hope. It slowly was adding up to that 129 I needed for my evening boost of caffeine. I knew that it would not get easier until I got better. I need to say that again. I knew that I would not get easier until I got better. I wasn't waiting for it to get easier. I was waiting for me to get better. During this time, I continued to have faith and know that knew that with my determination, I would one day cultivate a lifestyle that allowed me complete time freedom. Today, I'm blessed to be able to stay at home with my sweet 6-year-old son, Anthony. He's the light of my world. I'm so very grateful that I never gave up. I came so close to giving up this on this dream many times. Now I go to Starbucks every day. And as I reach for my grande shaken espresso or my tall Americano, as I did today, which I actually don't go every day anymore because I try to invest more of it. But, Starbucks is kind of a scam, but it's okay. I'm addicted. I smile at the barista and am reminded of the times I could barely afford my daily jolt. Mel got this book. She said she read this on the plane this morning. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, friend. You're a rock star. Mel is crushing it. Melissa Harder down there. She's crushing it in our business. Crushing it. Moneymaker. So proud of you. God is able and he is good. Yes, I love it. Love it. So life looks a lot different today than it did back then. I have a house. I'm not sleeping in my car. That's a good one. It's my house. The bank still owns part of it, but I own a pretty good majority of it. I get to help people walk through similar experiences and help coach them through their current obstacles and work towards their ideal life. I am most passionate about helping entrepreneurs live a life by design through time and financial freedom. So let's dive in. Thank you for those of you hearing my story. Thank you, really. I've actually never fully shared that. So thank you for allowing me to read that and share that with you. But you might be asking, so what's the difference between, someone like me and someone like you, right? Someone who's, generated 8 figures of revenue in a network marketing organization with her team versus someone like you who either you're just getting started or you're like, I'm not seeing results. What was it that catapulted me from that server gal who was failing day after day to the woman who was able to grow a multi-million-dollar organization? You see, the old me would get to a national event. You guys, this is like the roller coaster, right? I'd get super excited. I'd take massive action and then have little to no results. I would find myself 4 weeks later picking up extra shifts at work and working my network marketing business less and less. I was recruiting some of the people I was inviting to my business, not many, but when I did, they rarely stuck around. Rarely. You guys, I'm going to be equipping you at the end of this podcast with some tools to help you around this as well. But the difference was what I like to refer as the R in recruiting, which is relationships. Learning to build successful relationships helped me reach the top tier of our compensation plan in just 8 months after implementing the 5 simple steps I'm going to share with you throughout this chapter. Building successful relationships is the foundation of any successful business. Recruiting is centered around the relationships you currently have, the ones you will create in the future, and the ones that will continue to build around you. Last summer alone, I sponsored 12 new recruits in my direct sales business using a simple strategy of connecting with 10 new people each week and offering each of them my business opportunity. Now, that's not a crazy story, right? I didn't just say, I sponsored 12,000 people. I sponsored 12. It's not that many. But a lot of you, the reason that you're not sponsoring is because you're thinking you might have to have this big goal and one day you'll do the activity required, rather than just starting now and saying, can I offer my opportunity to 10 people this week? Can I have 10 recruiting conversations? Can I have 5? Can I have 3? What is your number? And just stick super close to that. Just stay very diligent in completing that week by week. If you want to succeed in this business, you must develop your skill set of recruiting, and recruiting always starts with connecting and cultivating a new relationship. Make the shift from recruiting everyone to being in relationship with many and drawing people closer to you and your opportunity. So now you know a little bit about my why building long-lasting and enriched relationships is so important for your business. Let's talk about the how, okay? So Tony Robbins says the ability to connect and influence, that's the job of a leader, and we're all leaders at some level. So let me ask you this. Where are you building connections and influence in your life right now? Where are you building connections and influence? I want you to become a master at connecting. Connections help direct sellers recruit authentically, and network marketers, people join us in our opportunity when they feel connected to us. This is a good example. I had set up an appointment with actually a wealth mastery organization, and the CEO actually came to speak at our mastermind, and he was gracious enough to offer chats from directly, not from his sales team, directly with him. He called me earlier. I don't know how I got to talk to our assistants because I don't know how this didn't get on the calendar. Like somehow it didn't connect to my calendar, but I remember adding it. And then like I made anyways, we have a process that when things get calendared, it goes to an email and then we're supposed to accept, the VAs are accepting the invite and it's going to my calendar. And I remember seeing it a few weeks ago, like, oh yeah, okay, it went to my calendar. Well, for some reason it didn't. And then I had a call with a client earlier. And so I was like, I answered and he's like, hey, Megan, is this a good time? And his voice, his energy, like I talked to him for 30 seconds. I felt so connected to him. I went right away. I rescheduled our call when I know it's a sales call. He's going to probably pitch me, I don't know, $1,000 a month or whatever to help me with my bookkeeping and my investing, or I don't fully know what he does. All I know is that he helps people turn their income into wealth. I was like, okay, we do a lot. I feel like we're doing a bit, but there's still always room to grow, right? So I scheduled the time with him. And so the reason I share this is because I felt so connected to him. Like literally, had he been like, okay, can I have like a $500 deposit for our program? Like I would have just been like, sure. Like, I don't even know what you're selling. I don't even know what you can do for me, but I know that you can do something for me. And I feel connected and I feel like you understand me because the way he was so gracious around, hey, no worries. Like super gracious. And what happens sometimes is when recruits tell us like they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They're like, we're like, oh, well, some will, some won't. So what? Bye. Like, that's how I was trained in the beginning. I was like, if you're not doing this and you're crazy. And yeah, I was like in a cult, basically. Where are my blue sign people? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Leave me some love in the comments. Love that community, but we were a little bit brainwashed. And, you're just like, oh, yeah, sure. Okay. No worries. What if someone told you no and you went out of your way to add value to their life? Like if you want someone that badly on your team, or you want someone that badly to buy your product or your service, what if you went so out of your way to give them so much value even after they said no? I can promise you they're probably going to come back and be excited now for the right reason. They're going to come back, not because they were piqued in the opportunity, but because they want to partner with you. Okay. And that's where we go wrong. We're looking for partners for our company when we really need to be looking for partners for us. We really need to be making quality connections and being of service. And so when I spoke with Caleb for a quick minute earlier, I was like, wow, we chatted for like literally 42 seconds. And I felt so connected. His energy, his softness, his sweetness, right? Like, I'm like, I need to work on some of that softness because I am, right? And so, so how are you making your people feel connected to you? How are you seeking to understand? How are you doing that? People think you're crazy because you tell them that, Linda. I'm calling you Linda because it says life insurance. I saw Linda above. And is that what you tell people to overvalue after they say no? Like try that, you guys. Try that one thing. See what happens. Someone says no. What if you just sought today to add so much value to everyone you see on your feed instead of who are you going to recruit into your business? I can promise you'll probably have people starting to come to you if you're converting content, which is a whole nother topic. You guys, if you want a social media training next, maybe I'll come live next Friday. Let me know below. And I'll bring you guys some social media converting content writing. I'll help you copyright some stuff. Okay. So how do we connect? We spark up conversations. We offer authentic compliments to that stranger in the Starbucks line. This is a little old school here, but we make friends. If you were to go out today and make it a goal to make 10 new friends and stay connected with those individuals, would you have 10 new contacts that are more likely to be interested in what you have to offer because you would show interest in them as individuals? I said that really fast, but you get the point. Connections are done every day in sales recruiting. The difference between one-time transactions, again, and continual success in business and exponential referrals is an excellent relationship. What if that person that didn't join you knows your next ace? What if instead of being like, okay, no worries, and almost like ignoring them because they say no, what if you went out of your way to help them succeed in whatever goal they have? Maybe maybe they're with another network marketing company. What if you went out of your way to say, hey, this is really working for us. Why don't you try this? Maybe they don't come back to you, but guess what? Maybe they have somebody who comes to them and isn't a good fit, and they refer them to you or for a product or whatever it might be. Like, people think I'm crazy because I have actually referred like 6-figure earners to another leader. They didn't want to join they weren't interested in the products that we have, and that's okay. They wanted to partner with me, but hey, you know what? The next best thing is I can make a great referral in my network, right? So they didn't want to join, and that's okay. They wanted to join me, but they were kind of like not into the product, and that's cool, but they had a very specific product in mind they wanted to sell, and that's totally fine. And so what if we just collaborated instead of became like in competition with everyone, right? What if we added value? So get really good at making friends. I don't think I'm going to go into too much more of this, but I will say this. Joan Robinson says, my amazing partner and upline says, put the people first and the sales and money will follow. It's so true. So ask yourself, how are you putting people first? Before you think of your recruiting goal, why don't you come up with a goal of how many people you're going to help reach their goal this month? What if you helped your team do the same? What would your business look like? What would your name look like? How would you establish yourself in the marketplace? Okay. All right, you guys. So I don't know. Was that helpful? Was that helpful, you guys? I appreciate you hearing out some of my story. I have an amazing announcement in a second, but I will kind of wrap it up with a couple quick things that you can do today to recruit. Okay, so we have a ton of resources on some of this stuff that you'll see upcoming. I'm working on getting a lot of stuff compiled into our new YouTube channel, stuff like that. But number one, like, build your brand, build you. Okay, build you and your brand. You will create a target audience, start to serve, and you will attract people to you. Okay. Number two, like we talked about, establish relationships, establish connections and relationships, and serve. And then number three, learn how to close, which is a whole different topic, but learn how to close, you guys. And tell me below, what would you guys like some more training on about this stuff? Let me know down below, like where are you guys struggling so I can help you. I want to come up with some more content and would love to know specifically what you guys want to hear about. Like, where in recruiting are you struggling? Is it in attracting the people? Is it in the enrolling process and overcoming obstacles? Is it in pre-qualifying them? Is it in onboarding them? Is it in helping them reach their goals? Is it in like just the networking piece? Is it in the social media piece? Where do you feel like you're stuck? And really remember that it's about the people. So you've got to get super right and confident where you're at, where you're going. And God's going to put the right people in your way. Like he is. He's going to put the right people in your path if you let him. And if you follow this. Anyone have one of these? It's a Bible. Who says funnels? Who is that said funnels? I'm all about funnels. Let's talk funnels. Inbox me later. I can't see who it is because you have to accept the StreamYard. You guys know I love my funnels. Talk to me about funnels. Who was that? Finding my tribe, onboarding, funnels, attracting people. Ooh. Okay, you guys. Woo! You better stay tuned in a few weeks because we got something real good to come about all that. Chelsea says she has a Bible. Good. I'm glad. Hey, if you don't have a Bible, let me know. But when you follow this, a lot of things happen. A lot of right things happen. Let me tell you. Okay, this is my John C. Maxwell Bible. It's actually like literally Anthony ripped it apart, which is ironic because it's actually for him. I write notes in it and I want to give it to him one day. Oh, it's Cindy. Of course it's Cindy. Yeah, we got your funnel starting to work. We're going to keep working on it this week. I love it. She's in one of our boot camps. She's rocking it. So excited for your funnel, girl. I hear closing. Awesome. I heard something the other day for closing. It was a good reminder that I'll share with and then give you guys our announcement. Let me find it. So I think I texted it to myself. Anyone else do that? Like text stuff to themselves? Ha ha ha. Okay, let me see. So it says, okay, I remember. It says, if I'm able to blank, would you be in a position to get started today? This is so important to ask people at the beginning. What are all the yeses to? What did I even say? I don't even remember anymore. I don't even remember anymore. So was it about having a really bad brain? If I'm able to blank, would you be in a position to get started today? So many people jump right into presentations rather than spending enough time gathering intelligence. And so texting yourself, yes. Okay, now I remember. Yes, I do it all the time. Thanks for letting me know it's not just me. And so you've got to ask a few questions. Like I ask, hey, Cindy, before we dive in today, I'd love to know, like, what are a couple of check boxes that you would need marked off before you decide on partnering with somebody? Because I want to be sure to cover the things that are important to you. And they're going to tell you what they need to hear in order to say yes. Now, I'm not telling you to lie, right? If it doesn't fit, right? But you've got to ask them stuff like that. You've got to ask them, hey, so, okay, great. So if I'm able to cover these items, or if I'm able to show you how to earn back your investment in your first 30 days, would you be in a position to get started today? Right? So making sure to ask questions and pre-qualifying and making sure people are even ready to possibly say yes to you, right? So it's so important, so important. So we've been learning a lot in like our high ticket closing stuff. And so I want to be able to put together a training soon for you guys on how to really use that for closing your opportunity. From even if it's just a couple $100, or a lot of you I know have like a 1K, 2K package, or like 800, these are really good skills to learn because they're authentic ways to not to close someone like I'm going to close them, but to help them make a decision to move forward or to say no. Like the goal isn't to persuade people. The goal is to get people out of your pipeline as quickly as possible, meaning either they're a yes or a no. Do not tell me maybe. I don't want to hear maybe. I don't want to hear maybe. I don't care. You can be a yes or you can be a no. I don't care either way, but do not tell me maybe. Don't tell me maybe. Anyone else agree? Okay, guys, drop your biggest takeaway so far. I'm pulling up one quick thing. Drop your biggest takeaway so far. What was helpful today? I hope that I was able to bring you some value. I know we got a lot of money makers on here. I think if you're a money maker, let us know money maker in the comments. We got a money makers on here. If you're a money maker, drop money makers. If you're in our boot camp, drop boot camp in the comments. And if maybe you've gone through our 1 hour workday challenge, drop challenge in the comments. I'm almost there trying to figure out where this thing is. Oh, here it is. Aha, you guys. So I'm so excited about this. Oh, no, it's not in there. Oh, no, where is it? Uh-oh. Stay put, stay put, stay put. We got it coming. We got something good coming. Guys, I've been working all summer on this. I'm pretty excited to announce this. So if you give me a quick moment, I would love for you to see something pretty exciting. But the problem is this is what happens when I do Canva instead of letting other people do Canva stuff is I lose stuff and I don't know where I put it. And now I'm at a loss and I have no idea where this is. Like truthfully. Let's see. We got a moneymaker here. We got a challenge. We got a lot of people from the challenge. Oh, I'm so glad. Off the fence for sure. Yeah, get off the fence. Get off the fence, you guys. Hey, if we were to do a recruiting like workshop or something also, kind of like we did the challenge, would that be helpful for you guys? Let me know in the comments if that would be helpful. Looking at potentially putting something together, pulling together some powerhouses to really do that. Let me know down below if that would be helpful. And tell me what, I'd love to hear what your goals are too for October. Since it's October 6th, What are your goals for the month? What are you guys working towards? I'm definitely just coming up with questions so that I can pull this up for you guys. Definitely that's what's happening here is Megan doesn't know where it is. Almost. Tell me. All right. I don't know. Here. Okay. Templates. Okay. I'm pulling it up. It's coming. It's coming, you guys. It's coming. Here we go. It's coming. Oh, it's not in there. That is really funny. It's not in there either. 5K month. Let's do it. Let's go. What do you need to do to have a 5K month? Like, how many people do you need to, like, is it you're getting like insurance package, or break that down for me? What do you need to do in order to achieve that goal? And then I should have this in a moment, in a second. Here it is. Yay, you guys, I found it. Okay, I found it. I got to open it up, you guys. Who's excited? What do you guys think the announcement is? Tell me. What do you guys think? What do you guys think our announcement is? Let me know in the comments. What do you think the announcement is? I'm pulling it up and about to share my screen. So excited about this. Oh my gosh, you guys. Whoop, whoop. Oops. Did I just lose you guys? Hold on. Where's StreamYard? Okay. High ticket sales, just 4 to 5. Awesome. I love that. 20 life insurance customers, silver, gold, 20 new members to make 5K. I love it. You guys, let's get you there. I love this. Okay. Linda, it is not a recruiting challenge, but that might be in the works. We're excited. Okay. So I'm pretty excited to release. I'm going to put it in here. Hold on. All right. Okay. This weekend, it's limited to, guys, the suspense. Literally, like, someone count down. 10, 9. Okay, so this weekend, we are launching the biggest network marketing mistakes podcast. I'm so excited. Let me share my screen. So excited for this. We are, entire screen. Okay. We're launching the biggest network marketing mistakes podcast. And I am so excited because I'm going to come bring you all the tips of what not to do. I'm going to bring some 6, 7, and 8-figure earners on for you guys to learn how to build a multi-million-dollar organization, how to scale your team, how to create more duplication, how to use systems, how to automate. I'm going to literally, like, you think I shared some juicy stuff today? I'm going to be sharing some juicy stuff. So if you're excited, let me know down in the comments. I thought I was going to have it fully ready for you guys to share the link this moment, but it didn't happen. It will be happening probably by the morning. So I want you to drop a comment, podcast, because I want you to be one of the first to hear it. I'm going to send it to you personally. Drop a comment, podcast, and we'll get you it this weekend as soon as we're live. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I had this like super cute professional photo, and then I was like, no, like, how did I feel when I was like running circles every month trying to meet my goal? Like, chasing prospects, writing lists of 1,000s, cold messaging DMs, going to event after event with almost no results. I'm going to give you the exact strategies and the frameworks. I got you. So I'm super excited about this. The biggest network marketing mistakes podcast. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Drop a comment, podcast. Can you guys see it? You guys can see it. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, you saw it. Okay, good. Just making sure. Okay. Woo! I was like, did we see it? Drop a comment, podcast down below. I want to make sure that our team gets this to you. Drop podcast in the comments. And so I would love to be able to drop as much value to you guys. When you get it, I would love for you to also share it with someone that you think it adds value. You're going to get it. Our first episode will be up probably by the morning. So we'll get you that, and then we'll be releasing them every week. So on Tuesday, I think you'll have another one. And so, truly been working on this behind the scenes for quite a while. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm becoming a queen around SOPs. For those of you who don't know what that stands for, it stands for standard operating procedures. But I also created a name, system, I forget, but it's basically standard operating procedure. So I created like huge SOP around how to have our VAs publish this every week and all the things. But it's been quite a lot of work, and I already have a ton of interviews already stacked for you guys. I'm talking like some good stuff. I'm talking like the mistakes of like recruiting mistakes, bulk buying mistakes, like who's been there. Let's be honest, like we've all been close to that goal. I'm talking mistakes about, just the wrong things to say, leadership mistakes, like huge leadership mistakes that I made that I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, I wish I had known this. Because some of you right now, you might be having some success, right? But you're like, how do I scale further faster? And so we're going to equip you guys with that. So drop podcast in the comments. We'll get you the podcast. I hope today was helpful, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I always have so much fun on here, and I want to continue to bring as much value. So don't be hesitant to drop a comment below where you need specific training. We are also maybe putting together, thank you. Who is that who just said that? Facebook user. See, it just says Facebook user. That is very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Michelle, it's so good to see you. Linda, Chelsea, Amber, Danielle. Welcome, by the way, Danielle, to the Moneymakers team. Whoop, whoop. Excited to have you. Get into our lead generating system. Linda, Tisha, Sabrina, rocking that social media, girl. I see you in our boot camp course. She is rocking it. Chelsea again. Cindy. I know I can't see all the names, but you guys. Tina, what's up, Tina? Angel, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Super excited. So you guys, thank you. Let's make it a great weekend. I don't know for you, but it's fall break for us. And so Anthony's running around, I don't even know doing what. So I'm going to go check on him. I am out. I think we're going to hit up a haunted house. Would love to know what you're doing this weekend. And I'll see you guys shortly. Should I do next Friday, you guys? Hold on. Let me look. Okay, I can. Yep. So let's do this next Friday. I can't say it'll be every Friday, but I want to come and bring you some extra value next Friday. Would that be helpful? Okay, I'm going to calendar it in. I'm going to calendar. If you calendar, I'm going to put live training. We're going to keep diving into some recruiting next Friday at 3:00 Central. And we will also, actually, real quick, I will drop this. We will also get this loaded to the YouTube channel. For those of you that need some stuff this weekend, I do have a couple things posted. So I'm going to share our new YouTube channel. We have secrets behind the social media algorithm. There's some recordings from like the 1 hour workday challenge, stuff like that. So that might be helpful. So I'm going to drop that. Oh, I got to go personally do it. I'm going to put it in the comments of this live, so you guys will get a notification and you guys can check out our new YouTube channel. And that's also where we'll post like all of our podcast recordings too. So awesome. Convention. Okay, cool. Well, I'll see you guys next Friday in your calendar. I love it. Have a great day. Thank you for being here. See you guys on the next training. All right.